Hey, it's Greg Gale, and I wanted to share with you the wealth escalator. So, this was shared with me by a gentleman who's just a financial wizard. And basically, what it talks about is how your money escalates over time. And this calculation just taught me that the small installments that you can make every month can lead to just a ridiculous amount of money compounded over time. And so let me just put it in writing. So let's just say you saved $1,000 a month. So you got cars and credit cards and whatnot. Let's say you were able to consolidate your debts and you were able to just plow right into savings. So I'm just going to start with an easy number because 1,000 is just an easy number to show the math. So you have $1,000 and you're going to save that every month over a 12-month period. That's $12,000. Over 20 years, that's going to be $240,000. Now, here's the tricky part. So let's say you saved this money and never touched it. You would have 240. But here's the trick about money. Now, I know that sounds like a long time, 20 years. But that would be, for me, I'd be 66 years old. But if I was to do this and diligently do that and not touch the money and pull it out, here's the law that they teach in financial school and economics classes. It's the law of sevens and tens. At a 7% appreciation, your money doubles every 10 years. So that means after the first 10 years, this is going to 580. And then the next 10, it's going to 1,060,000. That's an awesome number. That's like a ridiculous number, right? So I will have $1 million in the bank if I make monthly installments of $1,000 right now for 20 years and never touch the money. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. Sorry, I jumped out of the frame. I got to get my little wiper. So let's do it again. I'll go a little quicker. Let's make it just a more realistic number for everybody. And let's just say it's $500. So you're going to take 500 a month over 12 months. That's $6,000. Over 20 years, that's 120,000. Your money doubles twice. So it goes to 240 and then 480. So roughly $500,000 for saving 500. Now this number can change, right? You could be saving, maybe it's 100 now, and then in 6 months you're able to save 250, and then another 6 months you're able to save 500, because as you budget and shrink your survival number, that money that you need to survive every month, by maybe it's cutting out a couple nights out to eat, maybe it's cutting out some of your spending money, having a budget, not a this is what I spent last month, oops, I won't do that again. It's what am I going to do moving forward? Moving forward, I will go out to eat once. I will have one glass of wine. I will take one vacation every 6 months, and I will save and have this much money in the bank, and I will not rack up my credit cards. So we can shrink that survival number. That way you have your income less the taxes that went out, and then I pay myself. And when you pay yourself, you pay in that installment kind of format, and then you never, ever, ever touch it. It gets invested somewhere where you're making north of 7. Now, here's the other rule of the sevens. At 10%, your money doubles every 7 years. So if this was making 10% return, this would actually go again because it would triple. So this $500,000 now just went to $1 million. That $1,000 example, that million just went to $2 million. So that means if I save, you save, anyone saves $1,000 a month, they're going to have that million. Well, they would have $2 million in 21 years at a 10% return. It's just ludicrous, the numbers. Just think about it. 500 will get me $500,000. That's crazy. So look, reach back out to me. I'm happy to consult on any of this stuff because really we want to make our money tight. We do want to increase our income, but we also need to be getting our money right. And this is what I love to do. I specialize in it. These little graphs over here, like save a percentage of your taxable income and then never touch it. That's just a rule for me. Generate more business than I can even close. Like get more deals going so I can increase the income. control my expenses. And then down here is the wealth accumulation example. So this was one of them off of the wheel that we just talked about today. All right, so reach out to me, click the buttons below, get in my calendar. I'm happy to share more of these tactics. Take care.